Hello and welcome to Long's Toys. Have another Kyoryuger review for you today. This is the last of the 10 great Giganto Bragigas. This is the box, and this thing is massive. For a little size comparison, here's Parasagon just kind of chilling out in front. That's how huge this box is. This is the front of the box. On the top here, they have a really nice picture of all 10 of the Rangers, which I really like. On the side, got Bragigas in his robot mode. This is the back of the box, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get this all in frame. It shows the other, all 10 of the Giganto down there. Close up the robot mode. Shows him combining with Kyoryuger for Giganto Kyuujin. Here's the other side of the box. Picture of Giganto Kyuujin. And then here is the bottom of the box. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this guy out of the box. Okay, so here out of the box is Bragigas. I mean, this guy is massive. I'm going to try to keep him in frame the whole time, but it's going to be difficult. As you can see here, I'll give you a quick, as I give you the 360, he's got all these gold dinosaur faces all over his body, and that's because in the show, the 13 dinosaur spirits that aren't Giganto, the other beast batteries they have, they were used to revive Bragigas, so he's kind of got little traces of them all over his body. He's got one on top of his head, on the sides of his legs, here on his arms, well, these are the robot arms, but the back legs. He's got a giant tail. I mean, this guy is just massive. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them on in the back. Okay, with no beast battery inserted, just going to have some random dinosaur growling sounds. Now what you're going to do to put the beast battery in, right here on his neck, you just kind of slide it all the way down until it locks into place. Then you reach inside, and it's going to be hard to see, but there is a silver piece that flips down and flips up. You're going to insert the beast battery into that. And then once it's clicked in, you swing the whole thing back down and then slide this all the way up. So we'll go with the sounds again. Again, it's just generic dinosaur sounds. Now, if you see on his back, he's got a spot. He can hold the other 13 beast batteries. Again, like 11 through 23. I don't have all of those beast batteries, but I have pretty many of them. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the other Giganto batteries to kind of fill in the gaps. But as you can see here, only one of them is outlined in red. That's really the only one that matters. The other ones, they'll click in place, but they don't really activate sounds. So just say, for example, I have Ovirapu. I'm just going to plug it in here. It doesn't matter which one you plug in. As soon as you plug it in, if you click the red button, it's down here, kind of on his butt. It's this red button here. And I should show you, to turn it on is on the other side. On and off switch is right there, and this is the red button for sounds. So now, what it's going to do is it's going to go through 11 to 13. That first one was Dino Chaser. So then the next one will be Dinosaur. And then Kentaro Spiker. And so on and so forth. It'll go through 11 to 23. So I'll just go through and cycle them for you. Alright, so that's all the additional sounds from 11 to 13, Futaba being the last one. If you hit it again, it's just going to start again with Dina's Chaser. So, like I said, you can just go ahead and if you really want to, like, you can just plug in as many batteries as you want, but it's really not going to make a difference. You can just plug them in. Like I said, they click in, but then you just pop them right back out. It really doesn't make a difference sound-wise. What you can do also in this mode, let me see if I can back this up. This back section will close. As you can see, it kind of looks like Jaws. There's a set of teeth down here and a set of teeth up here. And this part, which was the tail, will swing down and rest on top. So it says Gigaga Brincho when you close it. If you want to open it again, this red tab on top, you have to push it forward, and then you can open the top. All those sound effects of all the explosions is for its final attack, which I will demonstrate later. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is just turn the sounds to off while I do the transformation, in case I end up hitting something by accident. So what you can start by doing is right here at the back, and I'll try to... Right here, you just pull this section off. Oops. Just pull it off right there, and you can set that off to the side. Then you can go ahead and close that like it was before. This whole neck piece, you can just pull right off. As you can see, it just has 3 connections right there. And they go into these 3 connection spots right here. Put him off to the side. Then you just kind of turn him up like this. Now, in this mode, it's pegged in right here. So if you pull this down, you can see hear it on peg. And then you swing it around, and this port right here is going to peg in. So you'll hear, when you swing it around, you'll hear it snap again. And then you're going to do that with the other side. It's nice because that really adds a level of stability to it. Then you're going to swing the arms down. You're going to turn them 90 degrees clockwise. Then push that in to straighten it out. This part is going to flip around and click into place. And then you just bring it down. And that's how you form the arms. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then you're going to take, this is the big brachio neck, and this front piece here, you can kind of see where the line is. Just pull that right off. Now that you've got this piece, there's a head inside. So you're just going to reach in and flip that down. Then these 2 pegs are going to go into these 2 holes up top here. Then you're going to take this leftover part of the neck and this part that looks like an axe, and it's gonna peg. See how it's got kind of a semicircle? That's gonna fit in with, this is actually like a port for an arm. Just snaps right on like that. And then it's got this little arm thing, that swings out so that it can fit in his arm, or in his fist, I should say. So I'm going to move this just to kind of, like I said, he's very tall, so it's kind of hard to get him in shot. But if I turn the sounds back on, and now I hit the red button, so there you go. Now the sound effects say Giganto Brachio, and that's the name of his robot mode. So I'm going to give you just a quick 360. I think he looks great. I'm going to go ahead and take this off just for the time being. That's his giant weapon. I think he looks great in this mode. He's got a great robot mode. I really, really, really like the head sculpt. I know it's kind of hidden a little bit. I'll see if I can bring it a little closer. You can kind of see it in there. But I really think that's a cool looking head sculpt. So that is his robot mode. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and show you the other things that he can do. Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to show you a size comparison with Kyoryuger. As you can see, they're roughly the same size. Bragigas, or Giganto Bragigas, is slightly taller. I mean, obviously his axe is much taller, but if you go by where their heads are, he's only slightly taller. Also, these two can combine to form Giganto Kyuujin. So what I'm going to do is just kind of move Kyoryuger off to the side for a sec. And I want to show you how you break down Bragigas. I'm going to take his axe away from him for a second and take it back apart. Put that off to the side. Then you're going to bring him in here. I'm going to take his head off. You're kind of just going to really disassemble him. I'm going to take his arms off. This piece on the back of the arm pops right off. Going to take his other arm off. And again, this piece on the back pops off. You're going to take his legs off, but first you want to make sure that you unclick that before you take them off. And then you're going to come around to the back, and this part on the back pops off. And also this kind of other hidden head. That just kind of comes off. So you really do just kind of disassemble him to all his pieces. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take what were his front legs, and you're going to fold this black part down. Fold this little like part of his front foot, fold that in, and then there's a gray connector piece here that you're going to fold up. You're going to do the exact same thing with the other leg. You're going to take Kyoryuger. You're going to take the yellow tail off the back and take his hat off. And then you're going to put this back in like if you were changing him back to Gabatira. I'm right-handed, so it's giving me trouble. And then you just close that back up and put that off to the side for a second. So now you have Kyoryuger. These that were Bragigas' front legs are going to peg on the bottom of his feet. So you see the connector ports there. This one goes in the back one, this one goes in the front one. And then you just do the same with the other side. So then you see he's on the front two legs of that were Bragigas'. Okay, and then just like with Poison, Bragigas comes with one of these white waist pieces. Oops. That you're going to come around to the back and slide into the legs I'm going to show you this from the back. Slides in right here, and that gives more stability to Kyoryugin's legs. Because by the time we're done with this guy, he's going to be large and very heavy. The next thing to do, this is one of the pieces that was connected to the back of the back legs of Bragigas. As you can see inside here, it's got a track just like Gabutira's yellow tail. That's going to slide right on there and click in place. Then the other gray piece has two slots right here, and there's two ports on top of this, so it's going to snap right on top like that. I know that's kind of hard to see. Like I said, he's very large. I'm trying to keep him in frame, but it's going to snap on top of here. Now I'm going to turn him sideways to show you how the back works. You have this giant midsection that was Bragigas' midsection, obviously. You're going to come to the axe piece, and you're going to unpeg this red part and put that off to the side for now. You're going to come back to here, and you can see how this little indent is here. That tells you how you have to connect it. I mean, that's where it was pegged in back when this was open. And it was... Oops. Sorry, I'm going to turn the sound off for now. This is when he was in Brontosaurus mode. It's really just like you're attaching his tail back to him. But now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this up, just like I showed you earlier. And that's going to give you two peg spots right here. So you're going to come back to what were his arms or back legs in Brachio mode. Flip that back down and just kind of make it like a leg again. And you're going to do that for the other one as well. These are going to peg, right here is going to peg into this. And you can kind of see how to do it because see the little indentation on the leg where it's taller on this side than it is right here. That's to get out of the way down here. No, I do have it wrong. You're going to do it the other way. No, I'm sorry. I did have it right. Okay. It's a little confusing sometimes because they have so many ports. But so you have these two ports down here. The big dinosaur head is going to face to the back. And then you're going to peg it on. And you're going to do the same with the other one. So now you have this giant block. These legs are now attached here for back support. And then you can see these four pegs right here are going to go onto the back of Gabutira. So there you go. And as I said before, the reason they put the white piece in is because it's very heavy at this point. But that just is a giant backpack on his back. But that's why he has the other legs for back support. Now this piece that was underneath is the new head. That's just going to drop right on top. Clicks right into place. This red piece from the axe is going to clip onto his front. This piece, which I really like, it's got all the 23 dinosaur heads on it, and it's kind of sparkly. Really cool piece. That's got these two black pieces on the back that you flip down. And then it's going to peg right here onto his chest. The giant yellow tail from Gabutira slides right on top here on the head. And then this piece from Bragigas, you kind of just plug it into the back here. Basically where you plugged it in robot mode, you're going to plug it in now, but without the head flip down, because it's just somewhere to hide it. But we're not quite done. You're going to take Zyuden, which I am now quickly transforming behind the scenes. Sorry for the delay. So you have Zyuden. He, and I'm going to have to move this up, is going to peg into this. So he's just kind of a giant mounted shoulder cannon, which is pretty badass. And of course, you can't leave out Zakutor. Zakutor is actually, remember when I told you that this piece, this is the neck from Bragigas? I told you how that was a arm connector. Zakutor is actually going to plug right onto the front of that. Then this was where you pulled it out for the fist for Bragigas, but this big black piece folds out for the fist for this, and that pegs right here into Stagochi's hand. And then you have this giant monstrosity, which I can't possibly keep in frame all at one time, Giganto Kyuujin. I'm going to see if I can do something to try to get them all in frame at the same time. Alright, well, unfortunately that's pretty much as much in frame as I can get him at once. But I'm going to come back over here and turn his sounds back on. And now if you hold that red button down, so there you go, the sound effects for Giganto Kyuujin. And when they say Giganto, they mean it. Just for a fun little size comparison, here is Pteridino, which, as you can see, right next to him, looks very, very, very tiny. Also, just for another random size comparison, here's a random Judenchi, which, I mean, if you just kind of see it next to everything, ridiculously large. So I think Bragigas is an amazing final addition to the Jodenryu. I mean, he's just so massive and fun on his own. His, I don't know, Brachiosaurus mode is awesome. The fact that it holds all the beast batteries. His robot mode looks amazing. And this final combination with Kyoryuger for Giganto Kyuujin is just fantastic. It's definitely one of the largest Zord combinations or Judenryu combinations, just mecha combinations I've seen between Sentai, Power Rangers, however you want to look at it. Even the Super Train Megazord, I think it beats by a hair, or maybe, if I remember correctly, I don't have it for comparison, but I think Super Train kind of comes to maybe his shoulders, or maybe halfway up the yellow tail, but not quite as big. But I have to say that I think Super Train from Go-Go 5, or what was it called here? Lightspeed Rescue, was easily the biggest mecha before this. I think this wins. So even with Go Buster King, I don't know. Actually, I would have to look at them next to each other, because Go Buster King was pretty tall. But this might win, I think, just because the tail on top of the head is so large. But like I said, I love this guy. If you have the means, I definitely recommend picking him up. I got mine on Amazon, actually. It was a decent price, around $100, and it was free Prime 2-day shipping, which I love, so that was great. I think he's still available on there. The prices on Amazon change constantly, so you just kind of have to check and hold out for a good price. But if you have the means, I definitely recommend picking him up. But tell me what you think in the comments. Please like, please subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed this review of Bragigas, the last of the 10 great Zyuden Ryu from Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger. Thanks for watching.